all these messages already. Hi, how are we all tonight? Who have we got here? Oh my goodness, look at you all. You're all chatting together, are you? Um, Here we go. Hi everyone from Anne. We got the scrolling's not working. We got Gail, busy still, but good day. Good on you, Joanne. Hope you're feeling. Hope your foot's okay, or your knee. Hope that's okay. No, I'm right on 8 o'clock, guys. I'm right on 8 o'clock. Margot, yeah, hiding under all the wadding, yeah. This could be fun. Hey, welcome. Now, sorry, I've got it in the lounge room, so that's why I'm here. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, everyone, that sort of thing. I'm in the lounge room, so I've got to lean forward to read your messages. Hi, Yvonne, Ruth. I hope you're all doing well. Marg, saying hi to everyone. Margot, hi, all that you all jumped in. This is great. I'm glad you're all. It's not going to let me go back down to all these messages. My goodness, look at you all. There we go. Margot, Joanne, everyone. All right. Oh, we got Katrina. How are we all? Joanne, we're all early. You are all early tonight. I have to work. I'd rather be sewing. Yeah, I know, Ruth. That's where I come in, where my work is sewing. I was sewing a bit today. Who's that? Julie saying hello to everyone. It is a busy night. Yeah. Have you got some of the rain? I only got a little tiny bit of rain, but not much. So tonight we're going to do a wadding talk, okay, and Treasure Hunt Wednesday. We all love Treasure Hunt Wednesday. Winners last week. Oh my goodness, didn't you all have fun last week? We had Gail and Jenny, you all had, sorry, the book's down there, so I can read it. I've got it all written down. So we've got them all there. Gift vouchers. Don't forget gift vouchers for Mother's Day. Karen, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we got gift vouchers for Mother's Day. Don't forget that. The $50 off, $50 free postage if you spend $50. I was getting around that way. It finishes, I'll turn it off tomorrow, so it gives you tonight and a little bit tomorrow morning to work on it. So that will stop for the $50 and over, but you know me, I'll have something else pop up, but I'm not sure yet. We're talking it over with Jake from ProVents as to what I can do with the marketing and the IT side. So we'll do that. Thanks so much, guys, for Quilt As You Go on Monday. That was a lot of fun. Hope you're all working on blocks because part 2 comes next Monday. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. All right, let's get into the wadding. Okay, you're all sitting there. Hope you've all got a drink and everything there in your nice comfy chairs. This is a little talk that I do on wadding. Let's hope this is all here ready to go. So, wadding. Margot, Karen, yep, here we go. Everyone's saying hi to everyone, so that's good. Any questions? Let me know. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jane. I love wrapping them up. I think it's nice to receive something like a nice little present. So I appreciate all your support. Hi, Sandra. How are you tonight? Okay, here we go. Wadding. So wadding, this is just a general talk that I do on wadding, on my knowledge, research, that sort of thing. New ones come out. Some manufacturers do them a little bit different. So just check all your specifications on them. But this can actually, what this talk does is help with specifications, okay? So, first thing, how are you going, now you can see that, oh no, you can't see that real well, can you? Okay, so how about if I do this? How are you, is that backwards? Someone tell me if that's written backwards, because when I look in there, it's backwards. How are you quilting it? Are you hand or machine quilting it? Let's see if I can, I've got the coffee table in the way here. Let's see if I can move this a little bit closer. Is that a little bit better? What if I do that? Oh, there we go. You can see it a little bit better there. Okay. What was that? No, it's fine. Good. Thanks, Margot. It's okay. Thanks, guys. I'll hold them up here and then I'll pin them up there. Okay. So how are you quilting it? Hand or machine? A little bit of a difference because you're hand stitching it or putting it under the machine. Thanks, Sandra. Are you buying it by the size or by the meter? Now, the reason I say this is because when you buy a kit from me or anywhere, or you're making it and you're thinking the kit is a single bed, okay? Machine quilting, you're a machine quilter, Margot? Me too. Done a hand one many years ago and went, yeah, that's great. That's now in the pile of never getting rid of because it is a lovely hand quilted one, but no. So when you make it with a kit, you're buying it, say, for a single bed, okay? You go to the shops and they have them these days cut for a single bed size. So you think, oh, yay, beauty, single bed, I'm making a single bed, I'm going to buy that one. You get home and it's too small. Basically, that's because a lot of wadding works on a different size of a single bed than what the kit did, okay? So, excuse me, the best way to do it is actually measure your quilt and make sure that size that you buy, you might have to buy a double for it because beds these days have different widths of mattresses. Some are twins, some American sizes are different to Australian sizes, which are different to different countries around. So it's all to do with make sure it's that cut, measure twice, cut once. Measure the quilt, then go buy the wadding, okay? But don't buy it by the size of a name of the quilt, as in a single queen or whatever. Buy it by the measurements, okay? That makes sense. What are you quilting? Oh, I've got to do this, sorry. What are you quilting? So are you doing a baby quilt, a wall hanging, a show quilt? All of those sort of things make a difference with the wadding that you're going to buy, okay? I have a funny feeling you guys are seeing more of my belly than me. There we go. That's better. So, yeah, so what are you going to be doing? Are you going to be doing it as a, all those sorts of things? So is it a wall hanging that's going to be on showcase? It's a quilt, that sort of thing. So just be aware of what you're doing as to what wadding you buy. And that gets explained in a minute. And the last one I always say, price. Yep, it's a thing. Because these days, it sometimes comes down to the price of the wadding that you put in. Hi, Doreen. Okay, so it is a price thing. All right. So, yeah. Some waddings are more expensive or cheaper. And it all depends whether you're making it for the dog or for your hubby or whatever. Put the expensive one in the dog one, don't you? Okay. Different terminologies of what you'll see on some of the packaging. Okay. So, one of them is, scrim. Okay, so you've got scrim. Now, scrim is actually a light layer of woven fibres, right? And it acts as a stabiliser. It stops the wadding from clumping up when you wash it a little bit. But be aware, it's not real good when you're hand quilting because the scrim actually puts like a chemical man-made thing on it as well. So it's a little bit tougher to get the needle through with your hand. Some scrims are on just one side, some have scrim on both sides. So just be aware that's what scrim is for. Another one, now this is one, that's easier. Okay, you've got needle punched and you've got bonding. So needle punched is when they make the wadding and it goes through, the fibres go through and it's needle punched together. Okay, so you're going to put it together with all the little needles. When it's bonded, it's actually using an acrylic-based resin that actually resins the fibres together. Okay, so it glues them all together. So then you don't have those punching things through it. Okay, so that's how they put them together. All right. The other one is beading. Okay, that's another terminology you might hear. Beading. Now, beading comes from... I don't know whether you ever wash quilts and that sort of thing, and then all of a sudden after a few washes there's little bits of fibres of wadding coming through, especially if you've done a black quilt and it's got white wadding in it. All right, you'll see little fibres coming through. That happens mainly with a wool wadding. All right, I'll get into the waddings in a minute, but with a wool wadding because it's without a scrim. Okay, scrim would stop the beading. So it's just because it's a looser one together, so the wool seems to bead. Couple of ways of getting out of that is if you're making a black quilt, you can buy black wadding. Okay, I have seen that, so you buy black wadding. It's still going to bead if it's a cotton and no scrim or anything, but you won't see it as much as if it's the white coming through. Okay, so I hope we've all got that. So there's some of the terminologies that you'll see on the packaging or something, or you're not quite sure what it's all about. Then here we go. We're going to go through, and yep, Narelle didn't put. Here we go. I've got the fan on too. I bet you it blows them everywhere. Let's see how we go. That's the one at the end. All right, first one, bamboo. Joanne, Doreen, saying hi to each other. Okay, so you've got bamboo. Yep, the fan's going to do it. Bamboo. All right. It is a soft, low loft. Now, loft means the height of the actual wadding. Okay, it is a very soft one. I don't know whether you guys have worked with bamboo. It's really nice to work with. It's breathable. Machine quilting is fine for, and you can do it with hand as well. It's a nice soft one. 2 to 3% shrinkage. So shrinkage is a thing. Some people pre-wash wadding, never done it, because I actually like it when it actually shrinks in a little bit and makes it that antique-y, crinkly sort of a look. Okay, so there is shrinkage in fabric too. I can let you know mine is about 2 to 3% shrinkage. And all my things are blowing everywhere. So yeah, you've got 2 to 3% of shrinkage. Let's just chuck them back where the fan doesn't get them. All right, so that's your bamboo. All right, quilting distance. That's another thing. Quilting distance on waddings. So be aware of how far apart you can go with your quilting before when you put it in the washing that it crumples. So 8 inches, you can quilt something that's 8 inches away from the other quilting bit and you'll be fine. But if you go further than that, that's when the wadding's not actually caught and it can crumple up a little bit. All right, so that's your bamboo. Next one, cotton. All right, so cotton. It's a natural fibre, breeze. I think I covered everything there. Yeah. Oh, you can get blends as well. Don't forget you can. So blends can be in a lot of them. If you want to use a blend 60-40. 60-40 is a bit of a stretch of both of them. I like if you use a blend to go at 80-20. A little bit of polyester, 20%, a little bit of cotton in with the bamboo, if you can get it with a 20%. You're going to get the benefits of what that polyester does, but you're going to get more of the benefits of the 80% of whatever it is. Yeah. All right, so cotton. It's a natural fibre. Okay. Breeze, it's got a 3 to 5% shrinkage as well. Hand or machine quilting. That puckered look after washing, that's what I was saying I love. It sort of crinkles it in. Okay, bleached or unbleached, you can get cotton bleached or unbleached. Just remember that bleach means that it's been altered by man, so there's chemicals on it. Okay, but it can make it a bit more stronger and resilient. All right, blends, they won't shrink as much. A little bit of more loft. Okay, I've got a cotton one here. Sorry if I'm moving these too quick. Let me just put them up. But you can always watch this later and stop it right where I've held it there. So a cotton, that's a cotton one. It's a little bit thicker. Now on this cotton one, and you can feel it, this cotton one's been put together with needle punch. Question time. Remember I just said with needle punching is where the needles go through to make it. So you can actually feel on one side there's bumples. I don't know whether you can see it, but there's little bumples on that side. Okay, and this side's quite smooth. Can you see that? Okay, so with the bumples, what that means is the needles have gone down through when it's making it and gone down through this way. So if you're using one with a bumple on the back, I love the bumple word, all right, make sure that goes to your backing, because when you're quilting it, your needle's going to go through and it's not going to be resisting where the bumples are. It's actually going to go through. If you put it the other way, the needle's going to go in and it's going to try and go against where the needles come the other way. So I've actually tried it. I haven't kept the sample. It was years ago. I must do another one. But I actually did it the wrong way. And you can see where it sort of jumped a few stitches. Or done something, you know, like done weird stitching, because your needle's trying to go through where the needle punch is and it doesn't work as easy. So make sure when you're doing it, if it's got a bumple on the back, it goes to the backing and then it'll work for you that way. That's the cotton blend. That's got the little bit of polyester in it. I prefer to use either one of these. I'm a cotton person, mainly from Queensland. So cotton's a little bit lighter for the weather. But you can use, I always say cotton goes from the warmth of your body heat as well. So it'll work from Cairns right down to Tassie. All right, so that's your cotton one. Bamboo we've done. Wool. We're on to wool. Oh. Okay, we've gone through that. Wool. Okay, so hand and machine quilting's fine. It's great deal of warmth because you've never seen a sheet with a jumper on. Okay, so wool is really warm. Okay, it's natural and lofty, usually about 1/2 inch thick. Now, resistance to creases. The beauty of the wool wadding is it's great for wall hangings. So when you fold a quilt, right, you'll see, and then you unfold it, you can see the creases. It's because you've used a cotton or a bamboo wadding or a polyester or something in it. If you use wool, wool actually goes back to its natural state, okay? So when you're hanging it, it will actually come and you won't see creases. So that's pretty cool if you're doing a hanging or a show quilt or something. All right, now the quilting distance on the wool is 2 to 3 inches. So you need to make your quilting a bit closer than what you would with bamboo or cotton because they use the 8-inch rule. Okay, so you need to bring that in 2 to 3 inches. You've all gone quiet. And wool can beard, as we say. All right, so you can do that little bearding thing, and I'll show you why in a minute. So this is your wool, okay, and you can see how it's a little bit lighter, okay. It's a little bit thicker when it's foofed up, but you can. Yeah, woolly jumper, like Karen. Good for heat pad? No. Sharon, okay. Now, Sharon's just said good for heat pads and microwave items. Wool, no. 100% cotton is the best thing for microwave ones. Okay, no polyester, no bamboo, wool or anything, because wool sweats. Okay, so it will sweat when it comes up. So, for any microwave items or anything, your microwave bowls and that sort of thing, 100% cotton. Are you concentrating? Thanks, Anne. So am I. Yeah, you're learning? Oh, good. I love the sheep. Oh, gosh, Joanne, you're onto it. Put the sheep in there. Yeah, I'll get it, those microwave ones. I've got that in here as well. So, yeah, just be aware that is it. You forget everything I've said. That's all right. Guess what? You can actually go back to YouTube. It usually uploads by tomorrow night, or you can go through the Facebook feed, and you can stop me, start me, pause me, rewind me, or delete me. So there you go. Can beard. Now, there was... Did I have it? Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, I know why. Okay, that one's with the blends, won't shrink as much if it's blending because wool will shrink. The other thing with cotton, just going back onto cotton, the fan blew these. Sorry, oh, my hair looks terrible. It's Mad Hair Monday. Okay, so cotton seeds. Have you ever looked at your wadding and you see those little tiny black things through it? Okay, so that's the cotton seeds. So when you wash it, all right, if you wash the thing, and then all of a sudden you start seeing these little stains come through, especially if you used a light coloured fabric. Don't blame the hubby for putting something on it or the dog walking over it or something. It could be the cotton seeds. They've come through, okay? So be aware if you buy a wadding that's got little black seeds. Needle punched, usually an 1/8 inch, and the quilting distance, as I said, is 8 inches, where the wool is a bit closer. All right, next one. I think I'm on track now. I've got them all back where the fan's not blowing them. It's just blowing my hair. All right, polyester. Polyester has come a long way. There is a lot more better quality ones out there, but I still, not for me to use. It's something that I will stick to the cotton or the wool to use, but I am a cotton, as I said, a cotton person. All right. It's a synthetic fibres, high loft, good for tied quilts. Now, you all know what tied quilts are? That's another one. All right, I'll get into that. Tied quilts. Quilt wider apart. So you need to quilt it because the polyester is only a fibre that can break very easy. No, okay, I'll get into that one in a minute. It can be allergy-free. Thickness 1 inch to 3/8. So it's really good for craft things. Okay, really, really good for craft things. And the quilting distance 2 to 4 inches because it is actually. Here's a bit of polyester. And as you all know, you can usually pull that apart pretty easily where you can't pull the others. All right, but it is a thicker sort of one. All right, that's your polyester. All right, here's some others. Put all these in my hand now. So here we go. So as far as you were saying for puffy quilts, yes, definitely. Puff quilts, I've made a puff quilt for years. Yeah, rag quilts I wouldn't because of the polyester, because it sometimes pops through. But puffy quilts, yeah, that'd be great. All right, so you have ones that are called Wrap and Zap and Inshall Bright. Okay, now Inshall Bright is this one here, and you can see it in here. It's got that bit of alfoil. See the shiny bit of alfoil sort of through it. Okay, do not use these in microwave bowl holders because you know what all happens when we put alfoil in the microwave. Zappity zap zap. All right, so these are really good oven mitts. Iron board covers. That's where you use this because it's heat resistant. It will hold the heat sort of thing. You know, it'll resist the heat on there. All right. So that's your inch and bright one. All right. Now the Wrap and Zap is the one that I found that did say it was okay for microwave bowl holders. But guess what? It's 100% cotton. So it's a bit one of those things that once they put a label on something, they put the price up. So this wadding was actually dearer than 100% cotton by the metre. Go figure. So just buy 100% cotton. You'll be fine. All right. No scrim on them. Yeah, don't have any scrim on them for the microwave bowl holders. They have to be just 100% cotton all the way. All right. But always check the manufacturer's ones in it as well. Oh, as bowls. No, you actually put your bowl in them and put them in there in the microwave. I've put some in the shop, but that's way down there. To double the wadding for extra puff. It'd just be whatever you're using. Just use 2. If you want extra puff, what you can do is put a polyester on and a cotton or wool one underneath, or a blend of cotton and poly, and then just put a poly on it, because a puff one actually does come right up. Puff ones, you usually stuff them, so it's easier to stuff the polyester or a toy fill even in them, because puff ones aren't there normally for on top of you. They're normally for the kids to sit on the floor, so you want that nice texture on the floor. Well, that's my impression of puff quilts. All right, so and they usually are ones where you can stuff them as you're sewing them, or some ladies actually see cut underneath and then sew it back together by hand. Too much work for me. I would sew the row, stuff them, sew the row down, stuff the next row and sew it down, and do it that way. All right. Another one, fusible. Okay, so fusible wadding. That's really good for embroideries. So if you've got a machine embroidery or anything, iron on the fusible wadding, put in your hoop, and then do the embroidery of it, and you get like a 3D effect. It sort of puffs it up a little bit, so the fusible is really cool. Fusible wadding for when you're quilting, so you don't have to pin it, is great, especially on littler quilts. I find when you're doing bigger quilts, some of the fusible wadding that I've used over the years, I don't use it anymore, but over the years, that when you do one section, by the time you got there, sometimes it's lifted, so you still have to keep an eye on where it's fused, and it's not going to move on you. All right, and it's a little bit difficult for hand quilters, mainly because the fusible is a glue. So it's another fibre, another chemical thing on it that you have to physically push through. Machine, easy because it's built to go through it, right? But as a hand one, it can get a bit tough to go through. The other one that I found that I will never buy any of is silk wadding. Okay, so there's no shrinkage on it. It's good for quilted clothes. So they use it in vests, bags, that sort of thing. Vests, it's lightweight, handle machine, natural fibre. It does not cling, so doesn't cling well. So it does slide because it's got the silk in it. So it will slide on your fabric, so you really need to baste it. The other thing is it's about $90 a metre. Not going there. All right, not just for a little bit, just to show you. All right, so that is a all-round sort of thing. Let's go back. Microwave bowl holders. So the microwave bowl holders are a one that you make, and it's not to put the food in it physically. You put your bowl in it, put that in the microwave, and then you don't have to go hunting for the tea towel or an oven mitt or anything to pull the bowl out because it's hot. The actual the bowl holder you've made, you use that. You can take it to the lounge. You can sit on it, that sort of thing. Okay. When I started making them and selling them, I did send them off to a couple of brothers and my son and went, test run, go and do it. I needed them tested to make sure that they were all okay. One of them rang me about 4 or 5 weeks later and said, one of them just caught fire. And now 2 didn't, and this one did. And I went, so what have you been doing with it? Let's decipher this. Anyway, by the end of it, we figured out he'd never washed it. So all the food that had gone on it, because sometimes, you know, your food overflows through the bowl, it hadn't been washed. So when it wasn't washed, he was cooking that food on it all the time. So it then caught fire because it burnt. All right, so that's where that came from. It wasn't actually from the cotton. So when you make them, it's 100% cotton fabric, 100% cotton wadding, and I use the Resant thread. That's okay because it's got that cotton around the edge of it, and it's got a polyester lining. That is it. Let me, somebody went tied quilts. It's right there. Okay, so this is a tied quilt that I made for my daughter. You would have seen it the other week when I did it. This is her signature quilt I made for her, and it's a tied one. So basically, instead of going and putting it in the machine to tie it, to quilt it, I've just tied it. So you actually go through the back. All right, so you come up through the, go down through the front, come out the back, come back down. That's very close up of my face. Come back through, and you'll tie it with a little double knot and then trim it back. And on every one in the middle, I did just put a button, so you can tie it with a button as well. All right, so this was a signature quilt that we got written on by doctors and nurses and friends and family and everything. All right, so that's it. So that's how you tie a quilt. All right. Oh, thanks, Jeanette. Thank you. You're all waiting for Treasure Hunt Wednesday. We're getting close to half an hour. All right, let's run through. Treasure Hunt Wednesday, if anyone's new. Don't forget, guys, if you're introducing somebody else, what do you use to tie the quilt? It was just like a, there's a quilter's cotton, but that's normally for the hand stitching. I went thicker, so I went for a, like a DMC thicker, even the pearl crochet cotton, okay? So something that's that 4-ply, I think it is, that little, that you crochet on top of hand towels, around hankies, that sort of thing. Yeah, so I used that. Oh, thanks, Yvonne. Yeah, similar to a sashiko cotton. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you've got that hanging around, do it in different colours. You don't actually see it a lot. Pearl thread. Thanks, Sandra. Words are going out of my brain. That's all right. Thanks, Sharon. Right, Treasure Hunt Wednesday. Now, don't forget, if you have anyone you want to invite in, not to your house, although some people are actually getting people to their houses now. You're allowed that in some states. Invite them into here, introduce them, get them to sign up on the website. I will give you a $10 voucher for both of you to spend on your next order. Okay, so that is going to continue for quite a while, so you can do that. Here we go. Treasure Hunt Wednesday. Oh, thanks, Anne. Treasure Hunt Wednesday. We are going to do kits. So I've decided to make it a kit night because you guys all love your kits. So here we go. I have hidden, and these are sneaky hidden, okay? These are sneaky hidden. We have got packs of the rectangle 4-pack. So I actually put one up on Facebook that somebody made, and that was, oh gosh, Jill, I think. Jill made, she actually got 2 quilts out of 1 kit, okay, because they make them up. Rectangle 4-packs, there's 2 kits there. These are discounted by about $15 to $20, okay? We've got a high 5 with pastel dots and the grey. All right. We've got an escalator kit. I'll probably do a workshop on these very shortly. Escalator with the cats and dogs and the broom. Crooked bars. So we've got Crooked Bars quilt with the I Spy, a blue and a pink. That's actually this quilt that is here. Okay, so you'll make that one. That you'll have to find that. Jagged stacks with the last of the last hippie bus. Okay, so we've got some jagged stacks with the blue and the olive. And I snuck in a packet of fat quarters with all boys I Spy on it. Normally $80. You find it, it's not that price. It's going to be a cheaper price. All right. The other thing for Mother's Day, don't forget, get some gift vouchers for Mother's Day. Okay, but the other thing for Mother's Day, what I've done is I've put some quilts up that are discounted. So this one here with the high 5 with the cats with the maroon, normally $220 I saw that for. I think I listed it for $180, $190, somewhere like that, so you're saving on it. It's all made. I just send it all pretty wrapped. I'll send it to your mum. That's okay. This Crooked Bars one, normally $65, $85. I think I marked it down to $60, so you're saving $25. And the other one that I don't have because it's hanging up in the wall in the shop is the Paisley one with the blue zigzag. It was a triple rail. Again, it's discounted way down. So go looking for those. All right, in the website somewhere, there will be those all discounted for you, okay? So, yeah, you've got heaps to go find, and I've been sneaky on those ones. Cool as you go next week. Okay, so I'm just going to mention very quickly, I know you guys were watching it on Monday night, on Monday night, just remember, I'm putting it together, no tools. You do not need tools, just a ruler, okay? So when you're doing it with me, there's no tools at all when you're putting your blocks together as a quilt as you go. All right, so I had a couple of questions of people saying, what do we need? What do we need? You need nothing. I do have a ruler that I use that I'll show you that you can purchase later, but it's actually just a ruler that you can cut lots of things with it, but I use it for what I'm going to do with the quilt as you go. Thanks to Jacob Provence. Now, I hope I've done well today, ladies. I've had a little bit of a hard day today. Not that a lot of you would totally know. I had to make a decision with my 18-and-a-half-year-old cat today. So we've had her. She was actually put to sleep and gone over the rainbow at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So and I didn't get to see her because she's over the border. So my gorgeous mum's been looking after her, and she sent me through photos and everything of her before she went. So my brain is a little bit, it's good, it's okay, but it's just been a tough afternoon. I hope I've gotten you all that information. We've got the winners. Don't forget, go for treasure hunt. I do take them, oh thanks Julie, I do take those treasure hunt ones away tomorrow. So once you don't find them, they go back up to that price. It's okay, and she was a great cat. She was wonderful. That's all right. No worries. I know you appreciate all that, and I appreciate all your hugs and everything. But she was a good little one, and it's, I think since I was 9, I've never been without a cat. So I love my cats. So, but she was 18-and-a-half, smoky. So if you've all got a drink to smoke. Have a good one for her tonight. I thank you so much for following me. Subscribe. Go to the YouTube channel. Stalk me on Facebook or Instagram. It's the way the business is going to keep going at the moment, because the doors are shut and I can't travel. All right, so everyone, please stay safe. Happy sewing, and don't forget to send through any photos, and I'll share them on the Facebook that we're all doing, so everyone can see what we're all making and having fun. All right, so thank you so much. Happy sewing, and everyone stay safe. Night. See you, Julie. You have to watch it again. I don't have to hear my voice again. That's great. That's all right. Thank you. All right, guys. See ya. Bye. Night. See you, Margaret. Oh, you'll ring with the colour you want for it. No worries. See you soon. Thanks, Dal. Bye, Yvonne. Doreen. No worries, guys. See you all later. Bye.